Okay, welcome everybody to your very raw technology video that will hopefully, my goal for you is to have you be able to use all the components of your tech bag, your tech backpack, if you will. My name is Troy Tennant. At the end of this video we'll be putting my contact information if you need anything. There are 4 components, if I'm not mistaken, to this bag that we would need to cover for the next few minutes, and we're going to start with this. This is obviously your MacBook. Here's the power supply. So I'm going to talk like perhaps you haven't seen a computer or you have a very limited use of a computer. First of all, we have your ends here. Obviously, that's your wall side, and this goes into the computer. It actually goes right into, I put it in the side like this with the cord going out the back way. The reason I do that is so it doesn't block all of these ports right here. So, plug this into the wall. When you're, just so you know, when your MacBook is charged, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on with this button right here. Right where my thumb is, see my thumb? Boom. Watch it, it'll fire itself up. There we go. Now while it's firing up, I'll talk to you a minute. Just remember, in this upper corner here, the upper right hand corner, it'll show you things that are going on with your computer. One of them being what your battery usage is. And if your computer is charged, you definitely want to unplug it from the wall. You don't want to leave it plugged in all the time. Let the battery run. Let it run down. Don't let it run all the way down, but let it run down. Now, if you look at this down here, it says guest user password is guest. That is a capital G. U-E-S-T. This is case sensitive. We learned that the hard way in an earlier video that I tried to do. So capital G U-E-S-T and log in, and look at that. When I hit log in, I hit the enter button right here, and here across the bottom you have your controls. It wants to pick up my network. I'm not going to let it pick up the network right now. We don't need to. Here's your battery, I would show percentage, 98%, that's good. Here's your volume, up and down. Okay, I'm going to move this a little closer. So as you can see up here, this is what I'm talking about. Let's see, and then this is your internet. You go here, and it'll show all your networks. See all the networks right there? Mine is actually 594. But you'll click on whatever network you have, CSUB or whatever you have at home, and it'll ask you for your password, obviously. And then of course down here is all your good stuff. Safari, the IPvo presenter is what I'm doing next. We'll be clicking that on, and just have a little fun with it. This is Microsoft Word right in here, Microsoft Excel, and PowerPoint. Have a little fun with this. This is a cool machine, and it's. I could sit here for hours and talk to you about it, but you kind of want to figure it out for yourself, at least this part of it. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed that. We're going to move on now to the IPvo dock camera. Okay, moving on to the IPvo camera. It is actually in this black case here. There are 2 things in this case. One I will show you in a separate section, but this one is the IPvo camera. This is the stand. You can see it's got the little knobs there for we'll be putting the camera. Look at this. Alright, see the little hole in the bottom? Boom. And to that I say, get in there. Look at that. Okay, now it's in. Yeah, look at that. Huh? Very decent. I'm actually going to put it right here where you can see it. Notice it has a cord on the end. Now if you can see, I'm getting all mixed up in this white cord. Well, this white cord actually goes with the Batwing, which is your interactive whiteboard. So I'm going to close this. We don't need this right now. I'm going to move this around. Sorry for the poor production here. We're just doing the house version of this. So this is IPvo. This is a dock camera. It's pretty sweet. It has controls on it. This is a USB right here. Plug it into this. So you got 2 USBs right there. Look at that. I'm just gonna boom, push it right in. It doesn't go the other way. You go like that. It doesn't go. So you flip it over. Do it with the 2 holes on top. Push it in and say, boom, there you go. Come around to this. Your IPEVO is right there. IPEVO control, it's a green thing that says IPEVO presenter. You turn it on and your camera comes on. So yeah, and you'll notice I am messing with the controls. And I'm pointing it back at the camera. You hear my dog barking in the background, of course. He's got to add his thing, but check this out. Pretty decent, huh? Alright, so I cut the camera off for a minute, and then I reset the IPEVO so it's like that. And I am no longer upside down. I was like, what in the world is going on? So I'm going to point it straight at the sky. This is where you set, as you can see on the screen there, it's got the little square things there. Watch, I'll do it again. There they are. And then I hit the green button and boom, I just took a picture. So this center button here gets you set. You can see on the back screen there's a little deals there, and then you push this and you can hear it take a photo. So again, the IPEVO looks like this. See that? That's how I have it. There, you can see it's on, see the lights. Pretty basic. I mean, you can get much more basic than this. I like this. There's little things that you can get for the front here. You put on there. I use it for my coins, my ancient coins thing I do in class. It's like a magnifier. It's pretty awesome. But if you go to the IPEVO website, you can see how cool things are. They are pretty amazing. Anyway, so that's about all for the IPEVO. I mean, as you can see, it's just one little connection, one little cord. It's connected into the side of the computer. I mean, there's not much to it. And it sits like that, and you can move the arms around, do whatever you got to do, and you're off and running. So off to the next section. Alright, so for our next section, I actually wanted to show you a couple things. Look at this thing going to sleep on me. Let me shut out IPEVO presenter. There we go. And these were in your backpack. What you have here is a VGA cable. See that? Make sure you put those plastic covers back on too when you're done with it. That keeps the junk out of the teeth. This is your adapter. There's VGA, and that's your 30 pin. I think it may go to your iPads depending on what. I mean, the new iPads it wouldn't obviously work, but it'll work on your iPads that you have. And again, this was in the backpack in a little pocket. And then this is the one where I'm going to use right now on this computer. There's your VGA. And there's your display. So into the display, check this out. Actually, I'm going to show you where it goes. Okay, where do you go at? Right there. Check that out. Look at that. It just sits there. Huh? Pretty basic. I'm actually going to unplug that because hold on. Got to undo this. So you want to undo all this. I got my computer shutting off in the back. I'm going to turn them back on so we get a little backlight. Alright. Here we go. Check this out. Look at this. So these things marry very well. Come on. Marry up. Look at that. Boom. See? And then you kind of screw one side. I usually just screw one side in. What it does, it holds it together. You should probably screw both sides in. That's bad advice. Boom. Now it's not going to detach and mess you up. Now, I'm going to put this down. Actually put it around my back of my neck here. That thing keeps shutting off. What we have is this. This is your amazing, this is your, what do you call these? I call them LCDs, LCD projectors. It's your projector. This is what you're going to project things onto the wall with. And again, when you have that IPEVO camera running, you can be projecting everything on the wall. You don't need to have that thing that you guys have in your classrooms at Cal State. you know, the overhead super close projector. You just don't need it. Oh look, we have our VGA here. Alright, let's start with this. Well, what is this? Well, this is power. So let's just undo it. We got wall side, obviously, and then we got business end. And the business end, take a look, it's a little dark, goes right there. Let me turn some more light on. Alright, let's have a look. A little more light. There we go. Check that out, look at that. And look at those connections in the back. No VGA. I believe that this is an HDMI. I could be wrong. Doesn't matter. I mean, we can sit around and call these things all day long. It doesn't matter. What matters is where you put it. So check this out. Look at that. Okay, this goes in right. See, look, even I got to twist it around. There you go. Boom. See that? Now what do you do? I'm going to reach down and plug this in. Give me a second. You got to have juice for that. You'll notice that iPivo camera didn't need power. This one you do need. Alright, I'm back to this. I'm going to actually unplug this. Got a little ahead of myself. I'm just going to let the camera run while I do this. Doesn't matter. Alright, let's see if we can marry these babies up. Get married. Okay, now that doesn't screw in, but look, it still goes in. Alright, you'll notice on the top of this thing we got blue lights. That means it's functional. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, because it takes a minute. And look at that, it's firing up. Look at that bad boy. And then I put it right into the side here. See where that is? Hit pause if you need to. Okay. Go ahead and get my computer to go to sleep, because I'm going to point this onto here. It needs a minute to fire up, but you can see what it's doing. I'm going to spin my camera around, so we're going on a ride. You're in my house. If you look up at the Paris sign, you can see it is flashing everything up on the wall. That is your little mini. This is your mini. Look at that. This thing is sweet. Slick. Super slick. Love it. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and put this down. Show you my degrees while I shut this. Alright, so quickly, just to recall, just so you know, this little lever on top, this is actually your focus. You push this back and forth, left and right, and this focuses this, okay? I have it set up on the ceiling, but I'm just showing you. That's the really only control you need to worry about. Okay, so you got it plugged in, you got two things coming in. You got the HDMI to VGA, you got the power. That's all you need. Then you need this, because this is your focus. You're going to always need to focus this thing. You're going to fire this baby up, it's going to be blurry. Back and forth, and you'll see what it'll do. You'll see. Piece of cake. Okay, now to shut it off, hit the button once, hit the button twice. Okay, like, and there you go. Again, I'll say it again. You hit the button once, you hit the button twice. Boom, shuts off. There you go. And you unplug everything. Actually, you let the fan shut off. Hear the fan? You can probably hear it. Once the fan shuts off, it means your unit is cool enough. Don't leave the fan running and unplug it while it's running because it needs to cool that bulb down for longer life. Okay? And this is how it looks repacked in the bag. Remember to pull this little deal down over this, keeps that in the bag nice and safe. Close everything back up, and you're good. Okay, everybody, let's take a look at this final thing here. I'm down at Cal State, and I have final components, which are this cord. This is in there with your IPEVO camera, as you can see. These are the connections. And what we're talking about now is, again, this is in the IPEVO camera case, but this is, I call it the Batwing, but this is for your projection system. Your super close projection system, when you have it in a classroom, you need to hook into it. So we have this pin, which has the controls on it. Push on it, hear it buzzing. It's because it's interactive. Put it on the thing and you move it around. It acts just like a mouse. Again, we have this connection. It goes into this, which is the Batwing. I call it the Batwing, but it doesn't really look like a Batwing. Mine at my school looks like a Batwing. So, plug it into the side. Okay, and then you have the USB for the computer. Okay. So what we do is we do this. You gotta understand that this surface right here on the opposite side of the connection, this is the surface that shoots the beam out. It controls your whiteboard. So let's do this. I plug this and plug it up in like that. No, maybe not. Come on, play that. There we go. Put that right on the edge. It's got a thing for you. If you're I'm not in a classroom that has a super close projection system. But what you do is you plug this in to the computer that's in the room. This is a USB port. So each computer is different. Not your laptop. Okay? The computer. The main computer that's sitting there. Go plug this into a USB. That's all you have to do. And fire up your computer. Okay? The deal you're going to want to do, you're not going to see here, because again, I'm not in a classroom that has the e-beam. But again, it's not that big of a deal. All you do, you take on a little ride here, to get everything going the way it's supposed to be, is you push this button. And you'll hear it go beep beep. And it'll give you the little crosshairs on the screen. They look like, there's several of them, there's like 9 of them. But there'll be like one here, one here, one here. And all you do is get the pin, get this little pin right here, and you go beep beep. You go down here and you go beep beep, and it makes a noise. You go down here, beep beep. And what it does is it sets the pin to match your board. So let's start over. Here's your scenario. You're going to walk into a room that has a computer and just a super close projection system up on the screen. It'll be right above your screen. And you'll be able to tell what it is because this is a little weird looking module. It looks like something out of Star Trek. Okay? You don't worry about that thing overhead. You just turn it on. That's all you got to do. It's got a power button on it. I don't have one in here to show you, but it's got a power button on it. Believe that. And over here, on the edge of the screen, right here, there's going to be a little metal frame right along here. And you'll see it. It's the same shape as this. And this thing is magnetic. So you're just going to go crook point. Just like that. And again, it'll already be set, so you'll know where to put it. And then you're going to take the USB in. As you can see, it's already hooked over here. The USB in, and just go plug it into the main computer. Again, not your laptop, the main computer. Okay, find the USB port on the main computer. Then you come over to this, you push this center button. It goes beep. It'll turn like blue or green, and these things will come up. So, if not, there's a control down here though. You click on it, it's a button. And if you mouse over it, it says calibrate, and it'll be running across the bottom of your screen. I mean, I'm in a room where there's a Mac computer, but the rooms I'm used to that have this kind of technology are PCs. So you'll see along the bottom right-hand side there's a calibrate. It looks like a little, honestly, this may sound crazy, but it looks like a little chicken. Just click on it, it'll say calibrate area, and you say yes, and you're going to get these little plus signs that I was talking about. Okay, so figure that out. It should work out. Oh, look, I lost my screen. Anyways, so that's it for that. And then you just always take it down. Never ever leave these in the room. Again, you never leave anything from your backpack anywhere other than in the backpack with you, locked up, as you know already. So, I wish you well, and that's the end of that. Thank you. Okay, so here's a picture of the SuperClose system. There's the power standby. Okay, right there. And then you have the system that runs out. And then remember I told you the little bat wing goes? It goes right here on this. So as you can see, that's right at the front. It's centered. Coming sideways. There we go. Good luck. And then the little USB port. It comes around. And you find it. There's one right there. Look, right there. There's your USB. See a little USB symbol right there? Little 3-prong thing? That's it. That's where you plug it in. You just turn your computer on. You work your computer like normal. And again, you'll have the little cord running over to this. The bat wing will be on here. And then you push that little center button like I already said. So, good to go. Right on.